Boker Tov. Alright, so my friend dropped me off at the beach in Netanya. She decided to go for a swim, early morning swim, and dropped me off at the beach. The Shvil actually goes along the promenade up there above the beach. So I'm climbing up the stairs to get there. I would love to walk on the beach, but with all the stuff going on with my feet, I had to put my shoes on, and it would just be harder to walk in the sand, so the promenade is just fine by me today, unfortunately, but that's the way it goes sometimes. My feet are fine, they're all, the blister is packaged up a little bit, but it's doing just fine, it'll be great. The only thing is my little pinky toe that I sprained or strained is giving me some trouble, but hopefully it'll be okay. And I should mention it's actually a very, very warm and humid morning, so, and it's actually, I got a text from a friend in Jerusalem that it's thunder and lightning over there, so the weather is definitely going to be a hazard today, so we'll see how far I get. I'm not on the Shvil. The Shvil does go along the promenade for a little ways, and I was on the Shvil. I saw markers, except wait a minute, there's a marker right there. So my app is wrong. Okay, just gonna follow the markers then. I waste so much time looking for the markers, and again, I can't find any. The last one sort of pointed in this direction and then there was nothing, and I'm in some weird kind of construction zone. My app says I'm off the Shvil, but it said that way back there where there were very clear markers saying that I was on the Shvil. But anyways, there's like a whole thing of construction going on here, so it's probably just as well I didn't try to go on the beach. But somehow I feel I'm in the wrong place. But there wasn't markers, and there was just a mound of dirt to get over to get to the road, so I'm just gonna go where I saw the Shvil pointing, or the marker pointing last. So yeah, no markers, and not exactly a dead end, but another mound of dirt. There's a little bit of a roadish that goes through here, so I'm just gonna follow that and see where it takes me. Actually, it looks like it's taking me into the construction yard, but I still haven't seen any markers, but my app says I'm on the Shvil, so when there's markers, trust the markers. When there's no markers, trust the app. I guess that's how you gotta go in this game. So it's supposed to turn off soon, according to the app, so I hope there's markers there at least. Still no markers, but according to my app, the Shvil goes down there somewhere. So I have to backtrack and find the markers that hopefully are there somewhere. Back behind that hill is Netanya, and behind me here, where I'm headed towards, is I think it's actually Poleg, which is a suburb of Netanya. Oh, and there's the marker that I missed this time. Well, let's see, right there. Haha. Okay, well, I guess we go through here then. Haha, never mind a marker, it's actually an Israel National Trail sign, and I walked right by it. Not sure what that means. I think partially it means I don't trust the markers anymore, but it also means I'm not seeing them. So that could just be me. Hear that? Of course, I took out my camera and they shut up. But just a moment ago, they were just howling. Somewhere in those bushes behind me, and another pack a little bit further back there, is a pack of jackals. I thought it was just some kids howling and having fun, but there are no kids around, so it's jackals or hyenas or something, but they won't show their faces for sure. I wish I had caught the better part of it earlier. Yes, so it is Ramat Poleg, and back there is Netanya somewhere, except you can't really see it over the hill. As you can see, the sun is coming out. It's only 20 past 8, but it's already getting pretty brutal out here, mostly because of the humidity. So I don't know how long I'm going to be able to go today, but we'll see. And then I'll take a break and evaluate. But I'm headed down to the beach. Yes. Unfortunately, I would love to be able to walk in the water, but with my feet all packaged up, I probably can't. So that's very sad. So I'm still here on the beach, and this is the green beach. One of the places that the app suggests that you could sleep on the beach. Although I've been told you most of this stretch here you could probably sleep anywhere. But the other thing on the app is there's a lot of negative comments about this beach. And my Hebrew isn't good enough, so I can't tell what they're saying. There seems to be showers, and it probably isn't power, but I'm sure there's water somewhere. And I would assume washrooms, but maybe not. Shouldn't assume anything. This is kind of one of the places that I thought about maybe sleeping on the beach for the night, but that's not going to happen. So again, that's sad. Buzzing over my head. This is the third pass they've made in the last, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. Just up there. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just taking a break, guys. I'm passing through a persimmon orchard. I'm pretty sure they're not ripe, but that would be a lovely treat if they were. Oh yeah, and I'm limping a little bit. That foot of mine, the right foot, that pinky toe, I don't know what I did to it the other day in that cow pasture, but it's not happy at all. The blisters are okay, and all those abrasions, I can feel them occasionally, but they're not causing me any trouble. But that pinky toe, and there's a snake. Did you see that? Tiny little snake just dashed across the road. I saw another one actually a few days ago. Dashed across the road a little farther ahead of me. It was also small like that one. Maybe a little bit, tiny bit bigger. But cool. That was really funny. A small car with two women in it just stopped, and I was limping along the road. And I thought they were stopping to ask if they can help me. They were stopping to ask me for directions. Sorry ladies, I think Pakyakum is here somewhere, but I can't help you. The joys. Little pleasures, you know? I just spent about, I don't know, 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more, in the air-conditioned convenience store at this service center. It's like a highway service center, but the Shvil goes through here, and then it goes under the highway. And I knew from this morning when I set out, it was humid and quite warm already when I first set out, 6:30 this morning, and I just walked out of that store and it hits you like a wall. It's like a sauna. It's okay, not quite a finished sauna, but a sauna anyways. It's brutal. So I don't know how much Shvil I'm going to be able to do today. I'm going to have to take a lot of breaks and just take care of myself again, because this is just insane. The wind is making it a little bit bearable, but other than that, it's crazy. Like, it's insane. Really hot out here. Like, it must be, I'm guessing the humidex. If it's possible, the humidex is probably like 55 degrees. This is pretty insane. I'm sure it's not 55 degrees, but it's up there. I've never felt anything quite like this. So just check the weather. There's no weather for Herzliya, but there is for Tel Aviv, which is about 20 kilometers south of where I am. And it says it's 30 degrees with a humidex of 29 or something like that. There's no way that's right. No way. So I'm still sitting here at the service station at Aroma Espresso Bar, and I had shakshuka for lunch. It is hot. My phone is burning up. Everything's burning up. And I just spoke with a trail angel, and she and her husband are going away, but she said she's going to come and pick me up, which I was not expecting at all. I really did plan to walk a little further today. But with this heat, I am actually super grateful, and with my foot. So she's actually going to come and pick me up so that she can show me the house and the Sukkah. And she and her husband are going away, but there's actually some other Shvilist who is staying at their place tonight as well. And we're all sleeping in the Sukkah as well, it seems. So that's just perfect. Can't wait. And she's going to come and pick me up in about 10 minutes. Oh well, it looks like she can't make it after all. So I have to do some more hiking today. That's okay. I had planned to do that. But it is crazy hot. And I've got a funny feeling that there's not going to be much shade along the rest of the way. So I'm going to have to do this very carefully, because I do want to get out of here alive today. Yeah. Jules, tractors, farming. Cows or farming? Well, I started off in search of the trail angel's place, and I'm in a very beautiful national park called Sharon Beach National Park. But there's no shade. There was a little bit of shade at the beginning after the service station, and now no shade anywhere to be found. And it's hot. Oh, okay. But I'm going to take a break as soon as I find a breakable spot. So I can't do this. It's only about, I don't know, 6 or 7 kilometers, but which is just as much as I did this morning without even noticing it. But in this heat, can't do it. So gotta take a break soon. According to my app, I just came about 2 kilometers in about half an hour in this insane heat. So I'm thinking I may be getting my trail legs, even though my trail feet are nowhere to be found. But I had to stop and grab a piece of shade just behind a dune here and just sit for a little bit, because it's just insane. It's like an inferno out here, and I'm not even exaggerating. It's absolutely crazy. So I'm just gonna sit here until I either feel better or the sun comes and hunts me down, whichever comes first. And there's a funky little hole there. I wonder who lives there. It's probably about maybe 2 inches across. Everybody's telling me you picked a good time to come because it's not summer. Some people have said maybe I should have come a little bit later, but they also acknowledge the possibility of rain any later or much later. In fact, I think I mentioned earlier, my friend texted me that there's thunder and lightning in Jerusalem, I think last night. She wasn't sure if it had rained or not, but if it had rained, then there is the danger of flash floods down in the desert. So I'm not free of that danger. I'm just amazed I've made it this far, even though, granted, I have certainly not walked the whole distance, not even close. But even the distance that I have walked, I'm just amazed I've made it this far. So, maybe I'll make it to the desert, and then I'll have to be on the lookout for those flash floods, and hopefully I'll find somebody to buddy up with for the desert section. But so far, my pace has been kind of off pace with any other hikers that I've met. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Okay, well, I've sat for about half an hour, and I feel a little bit better, and there seems to be a bit of a breeze picking up, so I think it might be okay to move on. But I really, really, really started to fear that I might be close to heat stroke. So this was like do or die and grab the first spot I could find to sit for a minute. But I've been sitting here and wondering, there's all these weird snails on the bushes up here in the middle of nowhere, and I'm curious. It just seems so strange to me, because I thought that snails like moist, wet places. And it's crazy humid up here, for sure. And it's close to the sea, but it's not like waves splash up here or anything, and it's not like it rains up here. Very, very strange. The strange things that you notice when you're on the Shvil that you would probably never pay attention to if you were driving by or walking through. But there's also some really pretty flowers. Tiny, tiny pretty flowers. In a very prickly thorn bush that I was sitting under. Alright. Well, time to put on the pack and move on, I guess. Oh yeah, but before I go, I have to show you something. So, there are some supplies that are important. And there's basic supplies, there's luxury supplies, and then there are mission critical supplies. Unfortunately, my mission critical supplies. Yes, this is chocolate. It's actually 99% dark chocolate. So I don't even know how it's possible for it to get into this state. But I'm telling you, it's a freaking inferno out here. So I'm going to have to wait for evening for this to cool down, and then it'll be edible. See what that is behind me? That, my friends, looks like rain. That looks an awful lot like rain. And it's coming very fast. And I am about to get wet. So I'm not complaining because rain is always a good thing in Israel. I'm just contemplating, I think I have to take out my rain cover for my pack, which is the strangest thing. And also I need to find the Shvil, the Shvil, because there's a Shvil marker just back there where I was supposed to come from, but I was not on the Shvil for the last, wherever I took that break, and for the last little bit here, because I missed the Shvil markers again. Just back here I couldn't see where I came from, the Shvil marker where I came from, right over there, through the brush if you can see it. But I'm looking everywhere, and not a single Shvil marker to be seen. And I can't rely on my app. You can't expect people to rely on their apps because apps don't work all the time. But right now, I need to prepare for rain because it's not far. That breeze I was telling you about, that's why there's rain. And that's probably why it was so hot today too. All right. Oh, thunder. I just heard thunder. Okay, rain cover. Gotta find you. I just realized something. Thunder means I need to get under cover. But guess what? There is no cover to be had. So, well, I'm just gonna have to see if I can find some cover behind these dunes. If not, I'll just, once it rolls in, I'll just have to get low, I guess. I don't know what else I can do. So, we'll try and stay safe. Yeah, and that beautiful fuchsia plastic thing behind my back, that is my rain cover. Who knew I would have to break that open? Oh my goodness. But even though I don't think I'll need my sleeping bag, I might actually if we're sleeping in the Sukkah. But it's going to be warm, so I still may not need it. But I really don't want my sleeping bag to get wet, a down sleeping bag. So rain cover it is, even if this turns out to be a false alarm, just in case. And I finally see a Shvil marker. Continuous rolls of thunder up ahead. And at least I have shade. No sun to be seen. Wow. Not expected at all. But it's good news for the land. They really need it. All the plants, all the shrubs, all the grass, everything is so dry. I mean, as it always is at this time of year, so it's not unusual, but usually the rains don't start quite so soon. So we'll see if this is just a one-off or if it's actually gonna rain a little more consistently over the next few weeks. But definitely just keep hearing continuous rolls of thunder. And I'm not quite sure, there's some trees here. So trying to figure out if this might be a reasonable place to sort of camp out for a bit until the rain goes by. Because I don't know where the next, how far to the next like beach kind of place, shelter, like building or anything. So I think I might just hang out here. Of course, this is exactly where I probably shouldn't hang out because any lightning will be attracted to the tallest things, which are these trees around me. So, I don't know, what's the rule? Should have checked this, but I didn't think it was gonna rain. Okay, the thunder is just getting louder and louder. And but I don't know. I wish I would know if it's actually going to rain or if it's going to pass. I'd like to just keep going because the breeze is wonderful and cool right now. But I can't rely on how far I can get before it starts pouring. And possibly lightning. And I actually saw somebody had set up a little hangout spot in the trees just back behind me. So I'm kind of trying to get back there because ahead of me, that's all that there is ahead of me. And I don't know what's behind that hill, or for that matter, whether this Shvil actually goes towards that hill over there, or whether it goes into the bush over there. I really would like to keep going, but I think I need to go hang out in that little hangout spot for a little while. Oh well. I'm sitting in this hangout place, and there's a sign up there that explains what this place is, and I think it's a local school that's kind of set up a hangout place here for people to stop and rest, but I am not entirely sure. Wow, just fairly loud thunder, not like right above me, but somewhere fairly close. So yeah, probably a good idea for me to wait it out here. The trail angel's waiting for me and wondering how long I'm going to be. I don't know. I have 3 more kilometers to walk, and I don't know how long I need to wait for this rain situation. And it might not even rain at all in the end. But I don't like to be out in the open when there's thunder and lightning in the air, so I think this is probably the better part of valor. Definitely. You heard that. Definitely thunder, and I just saw some lightning, so yeah, that's thunder. So I'm just really happy that I decided to hang out in this, whatever this hangout place is, rather than be out there and possibly get struck by lightning. Not a good idea. So it's delaying me again a little bit further, but oh well, this is what happens on the Shvil. Well, actually, this is not what happens on the Shvil. Normally, this kind of rainstorm doesn't crop up at this time of year. So, but things happen. Various kinds of things can happen and delay you. Like earlier, the heat delayed me definitely. Like I literally was very much afraid that I was verging on starting to get symptoms of heat stroke. My head was starting to hurt and stuff, and definitely had to just get into the shade and just sit for a while. So, and replenish electrolytes and various other things. So, but I think I am definitely feeling much better, and the breeze is helping. Breeze, okay, I'll call this wind, is helping, and it's just this thunder and lightning is definitely cooling down the air, so it feels much better now. And now the rain begins, occasional drop at a time. I don't mind the rain. I would hike on if it were just the rain, but I've actually seen several strikes of lightning at this point, and just continuous rolls of thunder, so like that. So I just really think it's better to be safe and sit it out. If it was just rain, I would keep hiking, but not in these circumstances. So I'm sorry, you have to wait for me, Trail Angel. Now it's definitely raining, and it feels so good. especially after that heat earlier today. I'm still not getting an awful lot of drops on me, but especially not on my head and like where I want it. But it's okay. I'll take whatever I can get. It sort of feels like the storm is moving away now. I still hear thunder, but I really would like to move on. Really want to get to this Trail Angels place because they're leaving for, I don't know, the night or two or something. They're going out of town, it seems. So I really would like to get there soon. And if I sit here much longer, I might fall asleep. But you can still hear thunder. So, but it's kind of in the distance. It's moving away. It's definitely moving away. So I think I'm going to chance it and start moving and hope for the best. Well, there's definitely still thunder in the air, and I'm not totally comfortable with being on the move in such an open area. With thunder and therefore potentially lightning in the air. But the rain feels wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Shvil markers, on the other hand. Okay, I've got to stop talking about that. Alright, so I just came over a dune and look what I found. What a lovely spot to sit and watch the sunset, or the rain over the sea, as the case may be. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't want to get too close. Holy skaboodles. Yeah, I don't want to get too close to that. Oh, but there's people down on the beach down there. That's funny. Yeah, I think I'll just stay back here and watch from here. But it's beautiful. Look at that, just beautiful. And this little opening in the sand dunes is just perfect. I finally saw a marker and I turned a corner and I can't see what's beyond that gate. This looks pretty sketchy, but there's definitely a marker there, so hopefully everything's okay. Let's go find out. With those cliffs over on the other side, I'm kind of leery about this, but maybe it's all right. Now I come to a fork in the road, and again, do I go left or do I go right? I think I can't see. Oh, there's markers on those posts. Okay, I just can't see through my sunglasses, which are covered in water and completely unnecessary in these conditions, but I don't really want to have to put my bag down, my pack down to put them away. So there they are. They sit there and continue to make me unable to see the markers, and I am perilously close to the edge. I'm sure there's going to be worse places, but I think I'm just going to go around this way. Holy smokes, man. Yeah. And I don't see trail markers again. And then I was just asking myself how far I still have to go, because the sun is coming out and walking on these dunes is quite difficult. Probably not as difficult anyways as if it was dry, but anyhow. So around a corner and boom. That's not the kibbutz that I'm heading towards, but that's the little town before. And so I'm almost there, and couldn't be happier. I made it to the Trail Angels place, none too soon because my feet were really killing me, or my foot was really killing me, and not quite sure what's going on with that right foot with the pinky toe. It's really hurting a lot and I need to ice it. So I'm hoping that they'll be back soon so I can ask them for some ice. And there they have their Sukkah. There's some other hikers here with me, a young couple, and we're just chilling. That was crazy rain. Everybody's talking about the rain, and there was actually a couple of people got struck by lightning and got hurt, and so there is a lot about that in the news, and they're concerned about that. So this is strange, very strange for Israel at this time of year, and it's not supposed to rain at all. So, but it's a good thing. Rain is always a good thing, like I keep saying, in Israel. So so I don't think anybody's really complaining, but they're just worried about the people who got hurt. So that's about it. I'm just trying to decide what to do tomorrow with this foot of mine. I was planning to hike to Herzliya and then maybe take a bus from there, kind of get around Tel Aviv. But now I'm not sure. And I have a friend who has an apartment close to Jerusalem, so I'm actually contemplating. He's offered me to use his apartment if I need to while I'm here, which is just amazing. Thank you so much, but I have to think about what I'm gonna do, and maybe I'll camp out for a couple nights and try to give my foot some more rest. So they just got back and they're checking to see if they have some ice, and yeah, I guess for me I'm gonna have to take some time and figure out what to do about tomorrow, but other than that, I'll let you know tomorrow. And for now, Laila Tov.